tomorrow morning if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I will be here. If in the dark we lose sight of love.
On this voyage of life together as a couple, you may find that the waters are not always malie, they're not always calm. They may be periods in life and marriage you encounter rough storms. But the greatest test of aloha in any marriage is your ability to weather the storms of life. So when those storms come, stop, take a breath, and remember that word aloha. I once heard described as unconditional love, for it's the outpouring and receiving the Spirit. It's an expression of unconditional kindness, hospitality, spirituality, cooperativeness, unity and graciousness that truly touches the souls of others. The values of Hawaiian people are based on this word aloha, to which each letter of that word carries with it a very special meaning. That first letter represents akahai, which means to be modest, gentle, unassuming. The L, lokahi, to be balanced in your relationship. The O, olu olu, to be pleasant. The H, ha'a ha'a, to be humble and unpretentious. And that last A is the ahunui. It's a great long breath. It's patience expressed with perseverance.
As sure as seasons are made for change, our lifetimes are made for.
So, I think it was 10 years and like a week ago. I get a phone call, and it's Justin. And this is weird because of our group of friends. I was kind of like the old married guy, real fast of the group. And one thing that never happened is nobody called me to ask me for dating advice until about 10 years ago. And Justin calls me and he's like, B, I'm going on a date with this girl and I don't know what to do. And so he asked me for advice, and like, you know, I've been married. I think I had a kid on the way. Like, I'm not going to give him good advice. And what the funny thing was, is I think the advice was for a good bottle of wine, because Justin did not know at the time that Courtney would not be enjoying a bottle of wine with him. So it was funny. So I was like, all right, I'm going to research this. I'm going to give you a good recommendation. And then he goes on the date, and I call him. I was like, how was it? And he goes, well, I found out that she doesn't drink wine, but we had a great time. And so it's funny because Justin did, and I think some of us heard this last night, he proposed to Courtney at the same park that he took her on that first date. And that was 10 years ago yesterday. It's funny when I think back on that phone call, though, because he could have called a lot of guys. He called me. I think he called me because subliminally he knew she was the one. And he hadn't even taken her on her first date. And he called me. So, this toast is to the one, his true love, Justin and Courtney. Congratulations.
Here on the islands, and phrased so simply in one of my favorite Disney movies, Ohana means family. And Courtney and Justin both come from two very wonderful families. Through their marriage today, they are coming together to create an even bigger Ohana, by love as well as by blood. These family connections will serve to support them, encourage them, occasionally vex them, but of course to love them.
I found a young man just recently. I found out that he is the man that's going to be taking care of my little girl. Justin showed that just recently, as well as 10 years ago. Yesterday, you know, it can get pretty hectic. And Courtney is a very fanatic about details. So sometimes crises arise. And I saw this, again, like Gail mentioned about passion, understanding. And Justin was there. Gave her water. You need to drink some water. You need to take some deep breaths. You know, I'm here to support you. But in this venue, with all of these things happening, it's been a huge success. And without just being there to support her, Courtney, again, is very, very fortunate to have this young man. And we, as a family, and my family here, our family has grown into a huge Ohana, as I mentioned to Jim. It's an extension of our Ohana now. So we have Ohana now on the mainland as well as here in the 50th state. So in behalf of my wonderful wife, Annette, and also Debbie, thank you very much for giving us beautiful children. And I know with the wedding vows of unwavering support and love for each other, I know this will be a very, very, very happy journey for them in their next.
What are you doing for the rest of your life? We could watch the stars at night, twinkling high above. 'Cause I promise you.
Justin, do you give yourself totally to loving Courtney, striving to do whatever you can to help her feel happy and secure, treating her with kindness, understanding, and respect throughout your lives?
I do.
Courtney, do you give yourself totally to loving Justin, striving to do whatever you can to help him feel happy and secure, treating him with kindness, understanding, and respect throughout your lives?
I do.
What are you doing for the rest of your life? If you believe in destiny, then how can you not see?
I've known Courtney my whole life. When you're born, family comes and brings you presents, usually stuffed animals. But Uncle Richard is the most amazing man. And when he came to visit me after I was born, the day after I was born, he brought me my best friend, Courtney. So I tried to think about how I was going to condense 33 years into 2 minutes. I couldn't figure it out. So then I tried to figure out how I was going to condense 7 years, because that is how long I have lived with this couple, into 2 minutes. Still couldn't figure it out. So I'm just going to give you the highlights, okay? In our house, they both like football. Courtney likes the Chargers. Justin likes the Steelers. So here's how it works. When the Steelers are playing, we root for the Steelers. When the Chargers are playing, we root for the Chargers. When the Chargers are playing the Steelers, I run away. So I've seen these guys through quite a bit. And when you live with people, you get to know them really well. And you get to hear a lot of things. And we talk about a lot of things, most of which you're never going to hear. But I can tell you that they have a great foundation for this marriage. And I couldn't be more happy for two people. Justin, you're very passionate about your family. Great love for your friends. And I'm lucky enough to be on the receiving end of that. So thank you. Courtney, you as well. Two individuals as passionate as you can't help but to have passion in your relationship. And that is what is going to hold you through for the rest of your lives. And I love you both very dearly. And I can't wait to be Auntie Gail, so hurry up. So, Japanese tradition, a toast to the bride and groom. Banzai! Banzai! Banzai!
The thing I remember most is the first day that I met Courtney. My wife and I met Courtney in Sacramento, and we went to lunch on a little restaurant on Folsom Boulevard. The restaurant wasn't anything spectacular, but what I remember is when we got done with lunch and they were walking down their street back to Crocker Fanigan. I told Debbie, I said, that's our future daughter-in-law. We fell in love with her immediately. And the other thing I wondered is, how did Justin back to Sacramento, the town I was born in and moved away from 35 years earlier? And he ends up back in Sacramento. Now I know why. Courtney was. It was meant to happen. That's why he went back to Sacramento.
Someday wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. When I fall in love, it will be forever. Oh,
Justin and Courtney, nothing in life is easier than to say the words, but nothing is harder than to live those words out day after day. What you decide today really needs to be decided tomorrow, and the tomorrow after that, and an endless string of tomorrows after that. In just a few moments, legally you'll be husband and wife, but you must decide each day that stretches before you that you want to be married. Keep on making that decision. When all is done at the close of life, the two things that matter the most is to love and be loved. So on this most special of all days, may you be blessed with all the treasures and gifts Aloha can bring you and your Ohana, your families. Your two lives now are joined in one unbroken circle. Wherever you go, may you always return to one another in togetherness. May you two find in each other the love which all men and women long. May you grow in understanding and compassion. And may the home that you enjoy together be such a place of sanctuary that many will find a friend. As both of you exchange your aloha, as well as consent to the vows of marriage here in the presence of God and those present, Justin and Courtney, I now pronounce you to be husband and wife. You may now seal your vows with a kiss.
is when I